Hi everyone, this is Frank from the Treasure Channel, here to do a video review of Sin and Punishment 2 for the Nintendo Wii. A little background about me: I am an artist, animator for video games, TV commercials, cartoons, webisodes, music videos, concerts, a lot of different things in the visual arts. Sin and Punishment 2 is amazing, and it is better than the original. That having been said, you're not going to get the same shock that you got the first time you played Sin and Punishment 1. When I first got Sin and Punishment 1 for the N64, it was mind-blowing, and that's what this is. It's Sega's Space Harrier and Nintendo Star Fox combined. Tons of stuff going on. It's an evolution forward for the genre. These visuals are absolutely stunning. Seeing a nice close-up of these figures as detailed as they are is really a treat, and that was kind of the visual selling point of the original Sin and Punishment. It was an amazing looking game on the N64, but it was still polygony. But the fact that you get so close with your lightsaber and the enemies attack you with melee attacks and you encounter, it's just when you play these games and the targets coming from the foreground to the background and back at you. So it's a lot of fun. I remember going to arcades, and this is really the evolution of what you would expect to see today in the arcades. If I were to walk into an arcade back in the 90s, you went there really looking for the craziest experience you could find. I would go to arcade, I'd see games like Splatterhouse on a big 50-inch TV with the sound blaring, and whatever would come out from Sega, of course, it would be something amazing and loud. Well, that's what this is. It's a lot of fun to play through. The skill involved is recognizing when is a good time to look at your targeting reticle, where you're aiming, and also being aware of where your guy is at all times, because you'll be dodging through enemy fire. They left jumping in. I did not expect that. I was expecting jumping to be gone. But you can land and you can run, and your points just increase while you're running. That's really a neat motivation to get players to stay on the ground, and then you find yourself having to take off into the air to escape some of the heavy fire that's on the ground. This is really an amazing run and gun game. I mean, you look at any Contra release that has happened in the past few years, and really they have not capitalized on the technology, not just the tech of the Wii, but really the tech of the minds of the creators, meaning development and our concepts are always evolving. At least you would like to think that they always are. But that really all depends on the creative abilities of a designer. The tech, as far as hardware, doesn't increase that. In other words, you don't just become a great game designer just because you're able to have more pixels, polygons, or colors on the screen. Good game design has to do with presentation and give some feedback to that action. And this game will hit you over and over again and require responses from you over and over again constantly. Hardly ever a resting moment, and if there ever is, it's sort of epic moment where you may fly through the air and then burst out of the water, and then you get to take a look at your scene and then hop right back in the action. Cannot suggest this game enough. 10 out of 10. The game really carries the torch forward to that level of quality that others ought to look at creatively and follow after. I give it a 10 out of 10 because there's nothing else I can really compare it to. If there was another run and gun game that I really felt was striving for this arcade action run and gun, I would have something to compare it to, but there is nothing out there at all remotely like this. And anything that considered in the same genre, it doesn't even compare. So it's a 10 out of 10. Thank you very much. This is Frank out for the Treasure Channel.